Mother uncovers a strange photo of her daughter's fiancé that confirms her suspicions. There's nothing like a mother's instincts, and there have been several situations where it has been proven to be right. One such instance involves a mother named Kay, who within the first few minutes of meeting her daughter's boyfriend, had a sneaking suspicion that there was more to him than meets the eye. Her suspicions were confirmed when she stumbled upon a strange photo, taken almost 2 decades before. Her discovery would change their lives forever, but what did it mean for her daughter's relationship? In the fall of 2011, Kay's daughter Heidi, like many other students, left home to go off to college. What made Heidi's situation a little different was that first year, students were not required to live on campus. That's why she and some friends decided to share an apartment. The living situation was far from what she pictured for herself, and soon she was looking for other accommodation. She viewed several rental properties before settling on a small studio apartment close to her campus. On what seemed to be a normal day, Heidi received a strange Facebook message. It was from a man named Ed. He claimed to be a former tenant in her old apartment, and he needed her help to fulfill a rather strange request. It turns out that Ed was not very handy, and he struggled when using the unit's washing machine. Heidi tried her best to help over the phone, but it was all in vain. She soon decided that it would be easier to show Ed how it works, rather than try to explain it over the phone. She made her way over to her old place, and it didn't take long for her new friend to have fresh and clean clothing. Just as she was getting ready to leave, Ed asked her to wait. There was something else that he wanted to ask her. A date with him. Heidi was pleasantly surprised because she found him attractive from the day he sent the gift message. The two students had their first date at a local cafe, and they seemed to hit it off almost instantly. After graduation, they wanted to give their relationship a shot, so they both moved to London, renting separate apartments at first. They put their careers before their relationship, but it wouldn't be for long. The two moved in together, and they quickly decided that there was only one thing left to do. They decided that it was time to meet each other's families. Both Heidi and Ed contacted their mothers, and the plans were set in motion. The four had planned to meet up for dinner at the couple's favorite restaurant. But little did they know that the fate of their relationship would come down to that very meeting. Luckily for them, they all hit it off, and it didn't take long for their mothers to exchange stories and old family memories. Kay went as far as sharing an embarrassing story of Heidi's first crush in Turkey, but before she could finish, Heidi and Ed interrupted to share some important news. Shortly before dinner, Ed asked Heidi to be his wife, and she accepted his proposal. The mom's shock soon turned to happiness, and now there was a wedding to plan. But Heidi's mother feared that there was something about her daughter and Ed that had been kept from them all these years. A few days later, and while cleaning the attic, Kay found something strange tucked away in one of the corners. All covered in dust, it was an album. After going through it, Kay realized that it contained pictures from one of their family trips to Turkey. One of the photos caught her the most. It was a photo of a younger Heidi with a boy around the same age. He was Heidi's first boyfriend. The two spent the entire vacation holding hands, and although it made her smile, it also made her think. Something about him seemed so familiar, it's almost as if she's seen him somewhere recently. After a few minutes of staring at the picture, something clicked. She remembered the boy's name. It was Ed, the same as Heidi's fiancé. Kay quickly ran to her phone, took a picture of the old photo album, and sent it to Ed's mother, Fiona. Within seconds of sending the photo, Fiona's call confirmed what many people would believe to be impossible. It was Ed, her son. He and Heidi met when they were 6 years old, and they were in a relationship back then. Now they're about to be married. At that moment, one thing was clear: Heidi and Ed were meant to be together. It is evident that the two families, by some force, were meant to be united. The couple said their I do's at a 12th century manor house called Haddon Hall. It only made sense that they married in a place with so much history, since they too had a lot of history of their own. The two lovebirds were fortunate because not all blasts from the past are as incredible as this one.